to another brand new episode of Fs25, and we've got a dislike to Walter. Right, so I've started the video as soon as I've loaded in, because this is now where the game loads me in. It loads me in here. Now, I don't know whether that's because the sort of giants decided, hang on a minute, we keep loading him in at Walter's house, but that's Walter's house, which is on the farm, obviously. So it's loaded me in up here, as it does do every time now. Which, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a nice yard. You know, it's a nice yard, but yeah, just a bit odd that it kind of sort of halfway through, you know, started changing where I was due to, you know, sort of to be spawned in at, you know. Sometimes if you look around these old barns, now I didn't know this, but I was, I was watching, I can't remember who I was watching. I can't remember. I can't remember what YouTube, I don't know, I was watching loads of videos yesterday. And one of the YouTubers that I was watching said that if you walk into these like old sheds, like that one over there, and that bit over there, you can find bits and pieces for the museum, and then you know, go from there, sort of thing. Like, you know, you can then collect them, you get money for them, and also when you do build the museum, you know, it's a good thing. Right, so actually I didn't realise our carrot field was just opposite from that, so there we go. But excuse me. Yeah, so as I say, we've got our carrots growing here. They need fertilising. I've just seen that, so we will need to come along here and fertilise. Not a problem. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of just wandering around aimlessly. What we need to do is so we've got a couple of jobs to do today. We've got to cultivate the manuring, because that stinks. And then we've got to so I need that tractor first, and then we've got to obviously fertilise as well the carrots. Now I don't know whether that's all carrots that need fertilising, or whether it's just that particular field. I think it will be all of them, to be fair, but we'll get these cultivated. These trees are slowly disappearing from over here, slowly but surely. We're doing all right in terms of getting rid of the trees, which is obviously feeding out. Oh, hang on. I think I must have gone past that. I did. Which is feeding our sawmill. So yes, we're doing all right. Anyway, hope you're all having a good day. Hope your day's going well. Enjoying your Sunday. My day not going too bad. Not really. It's fairly early-ish in the morning. I got up quite early this morning. Again, couldn't really sleep, so decided to get up, and I've been playing a little bit of Vintage Oaks this morning. Got a save on there at the moment, from like just what I mess about with by myself. It's basically the save that I try out new mods, and yeah, just a save I'm really enjoying, to be fair, and it's really good. So I played that for a little bit, and then thought, alright, better get on with my day. So here we are. So yes, I hope everyone enjoyed yesterday's slightly well, not slightly, it was a chatty video yesterday, and I hope everyone kind of understands the reason why I did it, because as I say, I really would appreciate finding out all the information that I kind of asked for in that video, about what you guys want to see about, you know, this, that, and everything else in terms of the save. I kind of, because, so we're playing a slightly different version on Farmers Market. So the version that of Riverbend Springs that we're playing on Farmers Market is an edited version. Obviously, I forget off the top of my head the name of the fella that made the farm where we're based. There is a link in that description, not only to the mod or to the map that he made, but also to his YouTube page. So go check him. Brody Farms, I think it was. So yeah, there is a link in there, but so we are playing a slightly different version now. It's kind of sort of been talked about between me and your local pelican that I was sort of mentioning yesterday about maybe farmers markets should turn into, like, you know, sort of large scale farming, because, you know, the sort of channel doesn't really do large scale farming. We tend to sort of do you know, sort of the more older equipment, you know, which is sort of fair enough. And the reason I do that, A, is because I think people find it more interesting, and well, you know, sort of, and that's kind of the reason why I do it. I tell you what, this manure has broken this ground down. Look how lovely it is. I mean, if this was real life, this would be potato land. There's no question. I do like Giants' new cultivating texture. I do like that texture. I think it's a very good, you know, very accurate texture. That's how a lot of our fields used to look, especially the more sandier land that we had. Used to look like this when we'd after we cultivated it. But yeah, so I was kind of sort of thinking maybe we'll go away from farmers market. We'll sell the business, we'll sell the plot, we'll sell everything, and then we'll use that money and go on a new map, so a modded map, and, you know, we'll sort of use that money to get us going there and then on that map, and that save will be sort of big farming, and you know, I'll find a suitable map. If any of you have got a map that, you know, you're sort of thinking, oh, actually, I wouldn't mind seeing a save on that, as long as there's no errors in it. You know, it has to be error free, obviously, because there's no good having you know, an error strewn map, because, you know, the chances are that at some point it isn't going to load. I was semi tempted to do Midwest Horizon, because big fields means big equipment and stuff like that. But the person that's doing that map is sort of in the early stages of converting it over, and there are one or two things on that map that are not quite right yet. I know there has been another couple of updates on that map, so I wouldn't have cultivated this, by the way, like this in real life, because of the wheelings that I'm that I'm leaving. But on farming sim, wheelings don't really count for much. So yeah, I wouldn't do it like that. But so I'm making a right pig's ear of this now. Right, I wanted to go up and down. Here we go. Yeah, so I was going to use that map because, as I say, it's set up for big equipment, and you know, sort of large scale farming. But there's one or two little, as I say, errors in it. There has been a couple of updates since I tried it, so it might, I don't know, I might read that. I might download the updated version, see how that goes. Because I think if we do a large scale farming save, I don't think we can keep the save going for all that long. And that's what I'd kind of like to do. So I've got my sort of long saves, i.e. Sunny Side Up Farms. That's going to be around for quite a while, because I've got massive, massive plans on that. And the work that you know, there is to put into that save, now I've got it up and working again, you know, so that's going to be around for a while, that one, you know. But Walter and Farmers Market, I do think they have really come to the end, and so we're going to well, you know, I'm going to change them out, but a large scale farming one is an idea. But again, that so the slot that would go into, which would be the weekend and Monday, though those 3 days, any series that comes in those 3 days will be a kind of a short-lived series. So I might say, like, you know, we'll do you know, 20 episodes, or you know, just off the top of my head, I don't know, but we'll do that, and then we can keep sort of changing them quite regular. And I would like to try and make them a little bit more interactive as well. So another map that's out at the moment for Fs25, a map that I very much enjoyed in Fs22, is Carmelan's Farm. And as you'll know from the Carmelan's Farm 200 horsepower challenge, you know, you have to build everything yourself. You know, it's just one massive map of grass. And the other thing with that is as well, silage is no longer king in Farming Simulator. So you can't just, like, well, I mean, you can mow it all, but you're not going to make much, you know, with it. So might be worth revisiting that and having a look at that. Just because, as I say, silage, you know, I think most people that did the challenge kind of went with the right, we'll just do silage for the first year, you know, make £1 million, and then we can get going with a save. And that's pretty much what I think I did, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so it's you know, there's options available, but like I say, I wouldn't mind it being an interactive series. I wouldn't mind, you know, you guys sort of saying, oh, you know, this map and, you know, this brand, or, you know, you can only do this, or, do you know what I mean? Like, and we'll just see where we go. Like, but the biggest problem that I've got is that I like the long haul save. So before ever I did YouTube, you know, I would literally, within the first, I would say, 6 to 7 months of Farming Simulator, I would find a map that I really like, and then I would just play that map for the rest of that Farming Simulator's life until the next one came out. And for 13 and 15, so 13 is when I started doing this. I played Kernstadt, and then when 15 came out, I went on to a map called Los Hugland, or Los Hugland, or something like that. But I'm not really sure how you pronounce that. That was in 2015. In 2017, Los Hugland got remade into Ayers Hole by a chap on FSUK, who I'd sort of said, oh, you know, I'm really pleased you're converting this map over, because I put many hours into, you know, thousands of hours into that map over the course of, because I was quite lucky. Kernstadt came out, so the game came out in the October, I think it was, and Kernstadt came out just after Christmas. And then the 2015, the game came out, I think, again around October, November time, and Los Hugland came out in the February. So again, you know, within a short space of time, a good mod map came out, and I just played them. And anyway, I told the guy that you know, was converting as whole, and said, you know, like, I played, and he gave me the map before it was released to test and everything, and I literally played that from start to finish. But I also ended up as well, again through FSUK, which was a great website. And for those of you that weren't lucky enough to have used it and have been a community member of it, is such a shame, because it really was a great website. What ruined it was all of the admins and all of the you know, sort of people in charge of that web in charge of that website were suddenly friends. It was such a tight little knit community, and they only wanted you know, people like Oxygen David and people like that. For people like myself, you know, if you it's a bit like they were a bit like the Starmer administration. If you said something that they didn't quite like, you were kicked off. There was no two-way, you know, there was no sort of, and it ruined it, and everyone stopped using it because it just got so that it was, you know, it was policed by a dictatorship and not by a community where opinion was free, you know, and you could have a good opinion. But through that website, I got it chatting to another lad on there, and and he was making a map and said like, would you mind converting it? So I ended up with 2017 playing two maps, long haul. The second map was called a map called Germantown. Absolutely loved that map. Again, that was a convert from an FS15 map, which was Bullygore. I think it was called Bullygore. But Germantown was really good, and as I say, I ended up playing that, and I do still play that map. Funnily enough, I do still play Asshole, but Germantown, because I was kind of a tester on that from almost day one. I have a real close affinity to that map because I made some suggestions and different things, and you know, I never thought for a second that, you know, I would be sort of listened to as much as what I was. And of course, when the map was eventually released, I think it was released, if I remember correctly, on FS17. I think I'm right in saying that. On not on FS17, on FSUK, I got a credit. So that, you know, there is a map out there with a credit for myself in it, which is really cool. But yeah, as I say, but I am renowned for the long haul game, and so I do tend to sort of get a bit, I think, sometimes bogged down in it. So I'd like to still do an Fs25 map. You know, the new game is out. You know, I'm really not really keen on the new game, if I'm honest. You know, that is, it's you know, there's a lot of issues. But I do still like, you know, I like to play it. So, you know, there's no reason why we can't do a map. Obviously, the maps are fairly limited at the moment, but there are you know, a few maps that are out. So yeah, I might do that, and I might, as I say, restrict it to, you know, 20 or 50 episodes or something like that. But I might try and do a little bit more in the way of longer videos, maybe, or try editing it a bit different, and kind of seeing how that works for me. Like I say, you know, just want to be trying new things and keep everything fresh. Want to at some point do a story-based save, which I'm kind of, as I'm playing mine on Vintage Oaks, I'm kind of getting a story developing on that just for myself, because you know, I do play with stories, sort of, you know, because it just keeps the game interesting and keeps it fresh. And there is quite a good little story developing on there, which I might use for an actual save. I know we've got Sunnyside Up Farms, which is on Vintage Oaks, but where I am on sort of my personal save, or, you know, the save I sort of do in the evenings and what have you, I'm in a completely different area of the map. So, and you know, it would be more sort of, as I say, story based and what have you. So don't know, you know, there's always options and there's always things to do, but yeah, let me know. I want to really push on with YouTube this year. I did have a target of 1,000 subscribers by my birthday on April the 16th. Um, sadly, when I set that target in, I think it was December when I set that target. I think it was November, December time. When I set that target, I I was quite optimistic because I set that target, and then sort of like the few videos with that target, where that target was mentioned and sort of in the description and what have you, my subscribers jumped up by over 100, and I was thinking, oh yeah, I might actually be able to achieve this. But the subscribers have now pretty much stalled, and of course we're now sort of March, and this weekend coming, or the weekend that this is going out, so this is going out on the Sunday, which is the 16th. It will be obviously exactly 1 month, and I ain't gonna get 300 and whatever subscribers, 368 subscribers in 1 month. Although I did manage it last year in the month of March, or nearly managed 300. It wasn't quite 368, but it wasn't far off. But yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that this year, which is a shame. But we're still doing well. We're still going well. I've just seen something out of my window that has completely and utterly confused me, so much so I then started to panic and thought, Jesus, what month are we in? So I've just had a Class Lexion 8900 go past the window with 2 tractors and trailers, the combine was pulling the header, and then behind it was a fast track with a Massey Ferguson baler, and I was like, what time of year are we? I started to panic. I was like, no, I've literally just mentioned that it's March, so I don't know where they're off. I might get this video recorded and get in my car and go off and see where they're working. I know the farm that it is as well. They're a contractor. Yeah, they're a contractor that is about probably about a 20-minute walk from my house, but a 5-minute drive. So I might go and have a look, see what they're up to. Could be that I think it's a little bit early even for that, actually, to be fair, but don't know. I mean, they could be, they could be doing anything, but I might go and have a look. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to switch over to some time lapse. We're going to get this cultivated. We're going to get the crops. We're going to get the crops fertilized, and then what we're going to do is we're going to fast forward, and then we're going to get on with some harvesting. But I do want to check a couple of other things before I do get on with the harvesting, because if that's where I think it's at, then we've got a few little jobs just to do in the meantime. So hopefully we will get harvesting this time, but if those jobs are in, then we probably won't, because I would say I wouldn't be surprised if they take the rest of the episode. But as I say, I'm going to switch over to some time lapse now, so I'll see you all in a little bit. Bye for now.
Right. I'll try that again. So I've I've been chatting away to you guys for about, I don't know, I think the chatty bit had got to about 8 minutes, and I'm chatting away and having a real good conversation, and then suddenly realised while I'm talking into my microphone, I was kind of like, normally it flashes multiple colours like while I'm sort of chatting away, sort of thing. It's quite relaxing to look at sometimes, and I thought, why isn't it doing it? And then I looked up into the top right of my screen, and I haven't turned the microphone on. So I just chatted for 8 minutes and hadn't even turned the microphone on. But yeah, so basically what I was saying was, as you saw, we got the cultivating done. We also got the spraying done, and we also took the things to the museum. So this is the bit where I realised that, because I'd said quite a bit more, and I can't really remember what it was that I'd been saying, but I'm sure it might come back to me. But yeah, with the museum, I'll try and get it done in what's left of this series. So I'll try and get it done. But if not, then in about a year's time, I will do a sort of year anniversary save of Riverbend Springs, and we will farm specifically to do the wagon builder, the museum, and the toy maker. And then, as I say, we'll sort of do that. But if we can get it done within the next sort of 3 or 4 episodes, I might do. Or, as I say, I might just leave it and do a specific save for that. Another thing that I've never done as well, either sort of for myself or as a series, I've never done a forestry one. So I might even look at doing something like that, and maybe downloading the forestry map. I forget what it's called. Silver Run Forest is it called, I think. And doing that, and then sort of building the roller coaster and stuff like that, because I didn't actually realise, but once you've got the roller coaster built, you can actually ride the roller coaster. So that might be something fun to do as well. So I might even consider doing that. As I said, just looking for something different to do. But yeah, so anyway, I've leased this harvester. As I leased the sprayer as well. I didn't really see the point in buying them if we're sort of not going to be sort of farming long term on here. So hang on, I've got me fingers and me buttons all muddled up. Then right, here we go. Try it again. So yeah, so I leased them, but I have made a bit of a secret purchase. And it will require a harvester. Now, we can't use a very big harvester for the secret purchase that I've made, but it's one of Walter's fields. So if we can as well, by the time we conclude this series, if we if we can get all of Walter's fields, then that would be fantastic, because we will literally try and take everything from the man. Yeah, so we'll see how we get on, and we'll see what we're able to do with that. But as I say, I have bought another field. It will be the last field that we do buy on this one, and then we'll be on to pastures new. So yeah, but for now we'll get this harvested, and then once we've got this harvested, that'll be the end of the video. And then next week we'll be about ready to harvest the other cotton field. We've got the field that I've just bought. We've got that to harvest as well. So it's a sugar beet field off Walter. It's just here. It's in and around this field. I can't remember which side of this field it is. It's either I think it's the left-hand side as we're looking now of this field. But it's quite a big field, and so we'll get that done. We'll lease the sugar mill, and we'll send it off to the sugar mill, and see if we can make some sugar. As I say, what I might do is I might at the end might sell everything that we have, and then use that money to start somewhere anew. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Your thoughts, your feelings, and where we go from here, sort of thing. But anyway, for now, I'm going to go back to some time lapse, and I'll see you at the end when we've got this field harvested. Bye for now. Right, so that's got this harvested. So apparently if you set it on 5, start the field, and then want to then sort of realise, actually I've set the headland a little bit too wide, I can turn quite comfortably on 3. The game still keeps it at the setting of 5, even though it says 3. Never mind. That was on me, that one. Alright, so we've got this one done. And we've got 2 bales, which that's 20,000 litres. So that will be a good amount to go to the rope maker, and as I say, we'll be able to make some good rope with that, and we'll get that one done, and then we'll get that over to the toy maker. Hopefully that should be that complete then. Yeah, hopefully, as I say, fingers crossed, that might complete one toy, and we can see how much that's worth then. If not, like I say, in a year's time we might do a bit of a sort of year anniversary, or sort of November time, maybe at the end of this year. We'll do a year's anniversary and see what we're up to. But right, we'll get this one over to the other field, and then we'll just leave it on the end of the field. That's our carrot field to the right, so the sugar beet field is to the left. And then, as I say, we'll get this down to the cotton field, We'll leave it there, and then, as I say, that'll be the end of this episode. Next episode, we will then come down with the forklift first off, or tractor and trailer. We'll load those cotton bales into the rope maker, and then from there, we will hopefully have our rope made, and then we'll be looking good, and we'll get our sugar beet harvested next episode as well. So here's the cotton field, so we'll just leave it on the end here, that's fine. And yeah, as I say, we'll be able to crack on with that. So just very quickly, I will show you the harvester that I bought for the sugar beet. So that's the harvester that we're going to be using, and that'll be in the next episode. We'll get that done. So it's quite a nice harvester. I haven't used it yet, so I thought it'd be nice to use, and I did spend a bit extra. I think it was about 60 to 80,000, something like that, on putting tracks on it, rather than just the wide front tyres. So we've gone with tracks, but yeah, that'll be in the next episode, as I say, and look forward to that. Anyway, I'm going to leave this episode here. So thanks ever so much for watching. I really do appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch my videos. And if you haven't done already, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Especially the subscribe bit. It's free to do. And I know that there's a lot of you now that are sitting there with your cursors over the subscribe button. Just click it. It's so easy to do. And anyway, I'll see you next time. Thanks ever so much for watching. Bye for now.